It's all up to Knight. It's solo play time, and oh,
no, he's gonna go for
he
it.
might be able to get his. He gets his teammate. This could be huge.
Yeah, you have to go for that scenario. You built out a full metal. You realize, hey, I'm not being shot at all. That's 100% a revive every single time. As we do get to take a look at who's on high ground. Sort of. We've got Thomas HD and Tayson right there. Knight not actually able to get Shark. The pressure does come through. Down to 11 total wood mats there. Only one build, and uses it pretty well, pretty perfectly. Goes for that little extra greed there to get the metal, and that actually I think is 100. That's the right play, right? You're in wood. There's a team right on the other side of you. You got to make a play for some mats. Knight now has to ride the edge of zone, has to be careful with the amount of mat usage, and uses way too many there. Thomas AC actually gonna go down. Rezumi gonna take him down. So EU on EU right now. Knight is just gonna be held out of zone. That's gonna be them going down, and Scented will take down Rezumi on the other side.
And we can see all of these players just trying to navigate through the backside of the zone here. Lots of solos here, and we get to see Kanata, Macwood right on the front side of Storm in a good position, just slowly moving on through, staying with the zone as it pulls, and this is exactly where you want to be. They're gonna try and go for a refresh on a trio or duo up above them, sorry. These two so good at playing their boxes, playing their tarps, and using this space to get eliminations. We see Macwood's going back, looking for it, trying to find potential refreshes as those eliminations are dwindling. Kanata able to get one on the backside of zone. That's going to be picked up, but zone keeps moving. We're going even further, and now they need to keep moving, running into another duo here. Can Kanata get forward with those materials? Skittle waiting, and another player sitting in the cone. What's Macwood gonna do? Can they find a way? And they go underneath. They don't want any of this, and just simply gonna swim on past.
Great play to go down underneath. In the meantime, we saw Booga and Bizzle go down. Scented and Commandment still operating on the low ground. We talk about low ground kings. Here they are. Durant will be found out there by Macwood, but look at that. They take all the loot. They say, yoink. That is mine. Macwood gonna go down. DJ gonna go down. Rokane gonna go down as well. Aegis falling now as well. That's 4 eliminations for Scented, who usually is at the front of the target, usually IGLing them, but now taking the role of the fragger and absolutely fitting it perfectly. Jock down below, trying to run away. Scented in his face is gonna get the elimination. No, barely going over it. Thought for a minute it wasn't. 4 HP in a dream. He gets out, he gets away. The zone gonna stall for a minute. He's got time. Getting him up the medkit. I think he can. Acorn gonna go down. Jaden gonna go down as well. Commandment and Scented playing hip to hip, box to box, playing perfectly. The 5 elimination. It may turn into 6, it may turn into 7, but look who's on high ground. You talked about them. Bucky and Creo dominating. Marzo W here to try to make something happen. Scented, no medkit will come through. Bucky and Kanata, or Creo rather, are doing so well up above. Commandment does have some utility in the inventory, but only a blue pump. That's not going to be a lot. Harpoon going to try to drop a player down. He needs to grab the solo. Not going to be able to do it now. A 2v1 scenario. Shots go through. He does hit Creo for a lot. Maybe able to make a play happen, but they're just boxing on out. They know no mats. He's going to get into zone, but cannot put the damage down. So Bucky and Creo with one IGL's comm, Scented are the one to listen to because they're so clean, they're so crisp, and he knows exactly where they need to go to get done and do exactly what they need to do. Look at that elimination on to Kaz. That's going to be another one there. Number 2, Hoofishy not going to be able to make that happen, and this is looking better and better for them.
And it looks like Thomas and Tayson take down Shark and Knight. And now look who's on the high ground once again. It's Creo and Bucky. They're the benefactors of that height going down. Tayson is popping off. I've seen at least 3 eliminations in the feed there, and we get to see it. Here's the plays they are making. Tons of materials from those refreshes. We do see Thomas goes down. So now it's all up to Tayson to continue through as a solo. He's really good at this game. Now Adrian and Dejan take over the high ground. It is a who's who of Fortnite up on height. And now Adrian and Dejan look to hold this. They want to be the last one up there, and it looks like Bizzle goes down. Trap getting eliminated. Avery goes down. Rise goes down to Avery. All of these eliminations going through the feed. Again, we're seeing this lobby fall so quickly, Clay.
Everyone going aggressive right around this time yet again. Tayson is just all alone on a little island down here, but high ground has found him, and he found an angle to get away, trying to make sure nobody's in his way. Sid gonna be right there and will go down. Unfortunately, Tayson not able to make the miracle run, and Commandment and Scented normally playing on the low ground. mid ground there. Kanata trying to get in from behind. So they're going to go for the high ground retake. They chopped it. Dejan and NAE just trying to make something happen. Their shots come through. And all of a sudden, the low ground king is claimed high ground. And this is not where we see them. This is not what they normally do. Commandment will harpoon Ager's body on up. They will get the match. They will get the elimination. The siphon comes over. And all of a sudden, we see a different side of Commandment and Cynthia. We see a beautiful execution on the high ground retake. That's not really possible to do this season. It is so hard to execute. Creo gonna go down. Dejan will get that elimination, but they did it so well. They didn't have a lot of mats. They found an elimination. They got a refresh, and then all of a sudden, there they are on the high ground, looking to dominate. And this is a high ground that you want. Elimination after elimination after elimination. They're trying to grab them all. Commandment trying to get one, trying to get two. Doesn't grab the first one. Zuni's trying to get in, but Commandment says no. He says, get out of this game. Go back to the lobby. I want this victory royale. A 2v2. Jock on the low ground, trying to make something happen. Polarized did pick up the siphon, but with this dominant team on the high ground, this low ground team, we know they're so good. We know Jock and A-Court are some of the best players in North America East. But what can they do against Sinted on the high ground? Commandment up above. Commandment is on fire. Fourth elimination. No fifth gonna come through. They pick up the victory royale. Commandment. But it's Chimp, it's Visuals up above. Thomas A. She gonna take down Nani. And look at how high that high ground is. They're holding it because Zone's pulling over.
This is such a good position if you're up on this spire. And we see Tayson Thomas already 5 eliminations. Dejan picks up Jamper there and he goes down. Justice trading elims as he goes down as well. Miro gonna get fully confirmed there. So Rye's not able to get that. He does pick up Accept. So punishing some players looking for that elimination. And now Tayson and Thomas on the edge of zone. This is a wonderful place to rotate. Not the mats that they need to make the plays, but we know they're gonna make something happen as we go through this end game, and it looks like we're gonna see some players go down the storm. Bizzle and Booga have retaken the high ground, and this is where they love to play here.
Out of nowhere, they take high ground from Chip and Visuals, who should have held it the entire time. But Rokane trying to hold on for their life right now. They are gonna get the elimination. No, both, maybe just one gonna come through there for Rokane, but it was the one that they needed. Look at how their HP is 49. That means they had a 0.001 HP that came through after the siphon. Maybe some damage came through from another source, but Rokane holding on within an inch of his game's life right now, doing so well. Medkit was popped, trying to pop another one. I don't think it's actually going to work. He realizes now it is not going to be popped in time. He has to get back in the zone, wasting a lot of time. Trying to get Jock, is going to get the knock, but can they get the finish? Yes, they can. Back in the zone they go, and no, they go back to the lobby. A-Coin going to take him out. They says, don't take out my duo. I'm still here. I'm still operating. Clicks is alive. Booga and Bizzle playing passively. They're not being aggressive yet. They're biding their time. Doesn't seem like they have a lot of builds with the amount that Booga's building out of wood, out of brick. They're running out of that metal. Macwood and Kanata, though, you talked about them. You picked them to do well. This is a game. First place is down. Third place is down. This is where you operate. This is where you go into those top places of the leaderboard. Dejan is going to fall there. Macwood, Kanata trying to make a play. Low mat. Going up and around zone into it as well. Felix and Sparebow gonna take him down. They say sit down, Macwood. We are going to win this game. They're trying their best. Felix very, very low. Sparebow pretty healthy. Sap on the other side. Kanata just there as well. This is looking so good for Sparebow, but he takes a big shot.
So many duos still left alive. The solos are barely out there. Sparebow goes down to Saf. That's picking it up. Now it's Kanata on the backside looking to make this rotate here. Day is going to take down Dragon as Dragon takes down Clicks as well. Booga is going to grab Visuals, and we are just popping off in the feed. Kanata grabs the refresh there on the elimination. He's going to scoop that up and continue to move forward. Kanata playing the ultimate low ground, not popping off, but staying alive, and that's all that matters at this moment. Bizzle and Booga up on height, looking to dominate and claim this game for themselves. They want the victory royale. Clicks goes down, and now it is up to Day. 3 solos on the low ground, a duo up on height. Can anyone solo clutch, or is it going to be Bizzle and Booga that walk away with this victory royale?
Kanata trying to get Sapphic there. Doesn't have a lot of mats, so needs a siphon. Real quick shots are going to come through. They're not going to connect. Kanata going to go down. Sapphic will do it with the help of Day. In all actuality, Day needs to fight up. Sapphic needs to fight up as well. If Day can make his way up, try to 1v2 there, it will be so good for him. He knows this is a solo down below. You've got to be careful about eliminating right here. He can help you in this fight. This 2v1 is going to be hard. Day does have floppers. One flopper is popped. Now going up. He's fighting upward. Shots are going to come through. He connects 100. What will he find? Can he find anything else? Flopper is going to come through. This is perfect. Sapik and Day now on opposite teams can destroy Bugha and Bizzle from different layers, trying to take home the Victory Royale. A 2v1 may be possible for Day. Bugha shooting him down. Day dropping on down. I think he goes down. Bizzle will take him. Sapik does hit a big shot there on the Bizzle. Does have a lot of HP. He may be able to just outwin this. Shots come through. He does. A 2v1.
To have those sight lines onto the rest of the area.
And this is the win factor right here for Sensei and Commandment. It's the peppers. They have them. They have one of the few drop slots that actually offer these forageable items here. These consumables are so good. They've already prematurely popped them as well, right? So they're ready for anything. They early rotate, the late rotate. They just want to time it perfectly. And since the peppers last so long, it's like, it feels like an eternity, right? Like 30 seconds is a long time in Fortnite, especially when it comes down to these endgame situations. So that pepper effect is going to last them for quite some time. There's no need to get into a rush or a haste style situation here. They can just take their time and really decide what it is that they want to do. Dejan on the other side is running short on the fuse here. He's actually by himself, no teammate in sight. He's popping off though. He's actually going in for it. He's going to find some great tags, but not enough to finish the deal here. But again, his aggression pays off. Look at this. He gets a completely free rotate.
Oh, looks like it's not going to be free anymore, though, as there are some shots that are going to rain down from above. Dejan's going to have to spend their time to be able to pop those shields and make sure they're going to be healthy for the long game. But take a look at this. The Storm's going to be able to take out just a few players there. Kanata there going to go ahead and go down through all of the action. And now Dejan's going to be back into the thick of things after getting healthy.
And don't count him out. He's already at 219 points. He has made it this far, but so has Commandment, right? This is his literal rival. He's gonna catch up though. It's literally neck and neck now. A single Elim is the difference maker for him now. Can he outplace? Can he find one more Elim over Commandment? Commandment is also a solo, guys, both of which have no material, both of which are literally in the same desperate situation now to clutch up, pop off, and do it for the team. Commandment goes for the medkit though, so he is out. You can secure him in for a little bit longer, and of course, because of the medkit, he out-survives Dejan. Now Commandment gets to break away with the lead here just a little bit more. Can he find one for his troubles here? Good movement though, Nekra. Look at him go. He doesn't give up, not to the very end. And still though, a fourth place is nothing to look over at, as now we're in the top 3 here. This should be able to ride itself out.
Yeah, it looks like you've got Chucky and Zucky that are going to be on the high ground advantage right now, as Paper is going to go ahead and take a fall. Zucky, one of those players that we were talking about being in the top 5 of Dreamhack appearances, might be able to clutch out a victory royale here, as Neon's going to go in to be able to try to contest this, but Zucky's going to box up here as you have their partner up on the high ground with pincer movement.
This guy's pretty good though. Neon's not giving up without a fight. He's gonna find one of the trade in the siphon as well. Wait a second. Zucky, he thought it was all free. He thought it was all good, but no, it's not. Neon actually has heals. He's playing the storm line here. He actually has the white heals here, and Zucky gets the free full heal out. It's the toe-to-toe exchange, and oh my, Neon actually wins that. Again, not a perfect spot to be in, but a very good one because of these peppers.
Yeah, those peppers are going to help so much with the mobility, especially when the zone starts to move on its own. You know, that's when you see a lot of that horizontal building come out, and you can just kind of skirt by under the line of fire if you're able to use those hot peppers and make sure that you just get out of the way. But Commandment is scented right now. It looks like they are going to be a little bit on the low ground at the moment. A middle ground, actually, looks like they're going to be taking, as we're going to check in with Kanata and Macwood, as they have to make some quick edits right now, taking some shots from above and from a lot of different angles.
I was going to say, I can't agree with him jumping down right now to chase for that Elim, because the zone is pulling right back up this mountain, like we said. And this is why they're happy. They're going to be very happy they did not commit all the way to the low ground. Take a look here. They already have first dibs over the hump of that big mountain. Now they can just move their way on up. They have a clear path here. It should be all but simple for them to build up now. And yes, look, they're going to go ahead and branch up to these other opponent builds. And now they should make their way in. It's still going to cost them a lot of mats, though. No one's going to get up this for free. This is what we call a nightmare zone. Up on ultimate high ground, though, it is Asp and Joji who are there. They can see down on the lobby. Asp and Joji are known to close out games when they're in this position as well. So this is not a free lobby for anyone just yet. High ground has a very good chance of actually winning this whole thing right now.
Yeah, high ground for sure is going to be super important to grab, especially as that zone continues to move upwards.
I was just gonna say, Commandment and Scented go up. They nearly challenge high ground, and they don't even get spotted out while doing it, and that's the effects of the peppers there. And you can see it doesn't even cost them that much material. They split the bulk of the load here to make it on up. Commandment says, all right, if you're going to be in front, I'm going to be in front with you. He backs his teammate up, and this is why you want to be there, to just protect him while that fire comes in, while they get to heal. They recognize they're on second layer height. The threat's too high, so they go all the way down to low, but Kanata on the other side, already at 3 elims. Mackwood, nowhere to be found. It's only up to Kanata by himself. Into an enemy tarp he goes, though. Can he find some more elims? He is behind Illist and Slack, so he has to be careful. They're waiting for him. One shot, but no, the second's not going to be good enough to go ahead and get the finish there. Illist does clutch up, and now we're approaching this final top 10 here.
Looks like Slax is going to be left in the zone, though, to unfortunately get traded out there. Illist going to go ahead and start moving away as Commandment now has lost Scented. So it is just Commandment on their own. Going to go ahead and pop that final hot pepper to be able to start moving around as rapidly as possible, as they're right on top of Agers at the moment, just trying to get as many eliminations as possible. This is where you're going to start to see teams really start to pop off.
Yeah, definitely. Commandment is a running highlight reel. He knows how to play these end games. Even now, he's taking a one-on-one up against Agers. You can see the reads are beautiful there, and the tracking was even better. He still has eyes on him. It's Miro's going to be the layer next door, but no, the zone goes back up, and he is able to recycle all of these builds. Just clean mechanics coming out of Commandment right now. You're seeing how important it is to play these games over and over. Put yourself in these situations where mechanics will carry you through these instances. You need game sense, but you need mechanics to back it up as well. If your brain moves fast and your fingers can't keep up, you'll be left behind in zones like this. And this is why Commandment's in such a great position.
Commandment just looking at the people behind them that are trying to start to move with the zone. Shark above, Knight as well. Joji and OSP, though, they're going to be on top, just raining shots down. Commandment, this might be the time to get a little bit aggressive, but it looks like they're going to go ahead and take a moment to try to heal themselves back up to full. But, oh no, you've got to run!
Oh my
That's going to be a good knockdown onto Knight, though.
Still popping off, still following up, and this is what Commandment does best. He fights for these end games. He makes it all the way through, even as a solo, even against all odds. That is still a top 3, ladies and gentlemen, for the team that was in first place. All of his contenders, nowhere to be found. They fell too early. And of course, it's Joji and Oscar. Like I mentioned, they get high ground. They usually know what to do with it. They play it textbook. They take their time. And now it's all but over for Shark here. But we see Neon clutch up. It's not going to be a clutch here this time, though, as Shark makes that second place. Little dance move. Yeah, Acorn and Jack are still here. You can see them up on the mid-ground layer, but Scented and Commandment right where they like to be. Comfortable. Looking outwards. Dominant of this spacing all around them here. They have this long corridor here to play with as well. This hallway is all theirs. It branches out a few squares outwards, and now again, it's going to be the long rotate, but because they own all this, because they just literally eliminated a team inside of this layer here, it is all theirs to recycle, and they get this for free.
Yeah, this is going to be huge, especially when you're taking a look at how much material might be necessary in order to take maybe a high ground advantage away, which looks like it's Felix and Sparebow that are going to be at the top right now, just creating their base up in the sky. As Commandment and Scented, we're going to be taking a look at them. Good shots on the flu cam at the moment.
Yeah, it's popping off here. Going back and forth. Still in the feed too. Remember, they did take a victory out, so you have to be careful. And look at this, Jack and Acorn underneath the pressure of Commandment and Scented here. They let them go though. They allow them to continue to get their heals off, but no, now the pressure comes back in. They focus on this team here. They can see them. Jack and Acorn have to make a move. Dejan and Agers are right next to them as well. First, second, and potentially third place are all here next to one another, looking at one another, and now rotating behind one another's layers. And again, they're still all in this endgame. This is going to come down to who can stay alive the longest, who can survive the test of time here now. Dejan, Agers on the low camera here. No ammunition for them. Very limited material as well to work with. On the other side, Commandment and Scented are so comfortable. A much better position for them.
Commandment and Scented right now, their pockets are flowing with the resources necessary to be able to withstand this game. Looks like Snake is going to be taking some good shots at the bottom here, as it's going to be Bucky that's also going to be very low. Looks like they are going to be eliminated here as that zone continues to move. And this is where the going gets tough here. Felix and Sparebow playing for first right now, playing with that high ground at the moment, just to be able to stay away from the rest of the teams that are fighting in these second and third layers.
Yeah, definitely. And listen, Felix and Sparrow know how to win these games. They have been here before. They just took 4th place in the last FNCS finals. A gut-wrenching loss, but hold up. Behind the wall, face-to-face, Commandment and Sensei are looking at Dejan and Agers. Commandment grabs the wall from him, and they back off. They've managed to push them off, but that was almost a deadly exchange between the two teams right now fighting for 1st place. It could have all been over right then and there, but Dejan finds another. Oh, the layer change was even better because they stay in the game, and now they're finding points, and now it is neck and neck. 3 points separate Commandment from Dejan. Both of these guys are so close, but Dejan is going to need to do a little bit more. He has lost his teammate. There is no Agers in the equation here. Commandment looking, hunting here, now moving down, just trying to steal away placement while he can.
Taking a look at Commandment and Scented at the moment, Dejan is going to have to try to heal up with this med pack, but are they going to be able to get it off as Commandment and Scented are on the move? Just continuing to try to go down a layer, fight through the layers that have been built already as we are starting to whittle away the competition right now. You can see that Sparebow is going to continue to take that high ground away, but Dejan is going to be firing shots onto them, so they can't stay there for too long, as Dejan is now going to be back into the action as we're going to start to follow Commandment and Scented once again as they just continue to follow the zone.
He's trying to go for that heal off, and it's not going to be successful. Commandment is so lit up. This is a heart-racing endgame right now for Dejan. If you're a Dejan fan, keep it up for him right now. Commandment's going to get pressured out of this layer as well. And no, Senti's trying to play defense here, holding that wall. And they are out of material. Commandment doesn't have anything left. Dejan has been trying to pop this med kit for so long now, and finally he does end up getting it off. He is back to high health here. 344 to 347. It is still a 3-point difference, and he jumps into the layer. That's a shot onto Commandment. They're getting pressured. Commandment is down. Senti gets finished. It's onto Dejan. Dejan does it, and now he's over him. Does he get the 2, though? He might have just done it all by himself, but no! He gets trapped inside the tree. Into the zone he goes. Jamper's in front of him, and now that's a 353. He has outplaced the previous of Scented and Commandment by himself. He might have just did enough to do everything he needs to be your 1st place slot here at the Dreamhack Opens. Nekra, that was ridiculous here. He might have just changed everything for himself, and now it's up to Spearbow and Felix to close this game out here. But oh my gosh, talk about a ridiculous endgame for Dejan and Agers as Spearbow and Felix are now just cleaning up house here. 5 elims, close it up now. It's only 1 player left. All but a textbook finish now, as again, we have seen what happens here. In a 2v1 situation, anyone can win, and it's Jamper who ends up healing it out in the final moments as threat.
Oh,
wow.
No
One elim. Kelly, the one single elim onto Commandment and Scented when he jumped inside of their lair. I saw it unfold. I couldn't believe we actually captured this 1st and 2nd place team go head-to-head. Oh my gosh.
Well, of course, we have to give a huge congratulations to Dejan and Agers, who were in 2nd place